Hi, my name is Lori Dobson. I'm speaking from Cranberry Isles. It's March 20th. And I had a meeting this morning with our town. I'm an EMT, and I went over to the other island early this morning by ferry to be part of a meeting that the select board had. So the selectmen on the other island that our island is part of, we're a town called Cranberry Isles, and it's 5 islands and 2 are habited year round. So we have the town office over in Islesford and the rescue director and other personnel there. And so that's where our meetings generally are held for the town. And then today I found out that the meeting was actually it was in the town office, which is closed to the public, and it wasn't notified to us that it was a closed meeting. So I had hoped that we could have a way to be all communicating together from the 2 islands, and I had recommended that we have something, a Zoom meeting. But they did get that together this morning. So even though I didn't get to be part of the meeting in person, I did write something in advance to express some concerns I had and put it on our Facebook page, our Cranberry House information page, and just to let everybody know my personal concerns as a private citizen, not as a member of the rescue service, which I'm still a new person on. I'm not fully past my probation period. But anyway, so I wanted to navigate the tricky waters being between 2 islands, having private concerns versus, also being in a position of being a first responder, I guess you could say, and also just feeling like there's so many different hats you wear on an island anyway. And I must not be alone in all of this, sort of the confusions of and the challenges that are creating a need for all of us to operate in different ways. And it's not easy because we're all trying to learn how to rise to the occasion, but also to delegate and network and to share jobs and new thoughts and creativity around problem solving. And also we're all talking about things that are real, like, do we look at saying something about some of the island businesses in terms of are we going to try to limit people going off island or going on island, or workers boat schedules, etc. It gets really real out here because you're basically saying something that might affect your neighbor's job, at the co-op or the boatyard or the caregivers or caretakers, and it's all kind of so unknown, and yet it's such a small area of we have to be super vigilant here, and so it's a lockdown, but it's a lockdown with dire implications if we don't do it right, and and we probably have to accept that we're going to make mistakes, and what does that mean, and what are we looking at in the midst of all of this, all of these unknowns? We're part of we started an AA group out here, and it's not anonymous because nothing's anonymous on the island, but we're part of a network of AA Unbridged Islands in Maine, a group where we are working together, cooperating together remotely to do that, and it's a big deal right now with people being isolated and separated and feeling under-supported. So, but I'm feeling really empowered right now, and because there's some ups and there's some downs, there's some bumps in the road, but then there's some other things, and even though some things are hard, the other things open up, and it's like it's been such a state of flux that even though things seem to be less, like we're not doing things normally, but other things are happening. I mean, I like, for one thing, I quickly to say that the music thing that globalcitizen.org/coronavirus is doing with these at-home together concerts. I mean, other things that people are offering gifts and their talents, the musicians and the people that help us. The gifts that are out there now the generosity, the love that's coming out of people to help each other, it's becoming a lot more visible, you know. It's beautiful. And in other ways that I've seen it as well. You know, our islands getting provisions and thinking about other people, what our Ladies Aid can do, what our store can do, what everybody can do together, how we can help off island, helping keep people staying in touch with what their needs are, you know, in the community everywhere. You know, I mean, we're virtual members, and staying in touch with my kids and my mom and my sisters and my family, and being supportive to Bob, who's got challenges working here on island too. Our dogs, when dogs are recovering from an injury. And I guess I feel that this video is valid. I mean, it's just like everybody else is going through, but I just, because in particular, what gave me extreme security with all of the political stuff not working out the way I had hoped. But one thing that's happening every single day, Governor Cuomo in New York, has been doing these amazing talks with New Yorkers, but it's not just for New Yorkers, it's for all of us to see. He's role modeling leadership and how he's caring for New York. But I feel included, even though it's not my jurisdiction, my locality, but he's talking about how, you know, he's being honest. He's just like an FDR, you know, and he's referred to him, you know, coming from New York. He's not hiding what's going on, but he's asking us all to participate and talking about sacrifice openly, talking about how dire it is. He's not hiding it. He's not hiding how many, they need 30,000 hospital beds they don't have. And that he's doing all that he can to encourage people to you know, if you so, to make masks or provide gowns, or, you know, he's looking to businesses to provide things, and he's cracking open the coffers and getting people to see what's needed. But he's also inspiring people to talking about his family, his own mom, his daughter, and what all this is doing in his own personal life in a very real way. I mean, I feel like he's just brought me into his private life in a remarkable way to show what their challenges are, that they're no different. And it just seems like this is the great leveler of people. It's incredible, you know, the whole income inequality and all the inequalities seem to have collapsed in this great need that's a common need for kindness, compassion, humaneness, and he's showing how to do it. So I urge you to look at his conferences. They're being covered by all the major networks. It's almost like he's stepped up. So we can all do that. And so I'm just saying, in my own modest way here, I'm feeling very empowered because I'm seeing that example, and I want to contribute to that effort of conscious kindness, attentiveness, and try to stretch myself into areas I really could use. I could use a lot of work on, and but it's possible now, because it's unprecedented. So it means all things are possible. We can all uplift each other, and we can work on ourselves and get this thing to happen in a whole new way now. That expression, Shakespearean expression, sweet are the uses of adversity, it just seems to be very appropriate right now. So anyway, good luck everybody. We'll talk soon.